Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. The setup is different. This is temporary for now. We finally moved into our new house. So I know I put out a video saying that our move-in date was going to be pushed back sometime in April, but we had a little incident in the apartment and it made us want to push the closing date earlier. So we did that, everything went well, and here we are. Well, here I am. I am in our kitchen living area filming this video today. And I just wanted to share with you guys the process of buying a home. I did a blog post on it that is going to be more detailed than this video, but I just wanted to hint on some of the basic information that you may need just in case you are one of those people who are looking into trying to buy a home and are unsure of the process, what you need to do. There are a couple things that you need to really consider that are very important when you are looking for a home and are ready to buy a home, okay? So the first thing is you definitely have to be ready, okay? Buying a home is a big decision, whether you're doing it with your husband or your wife or your partner or just by yourself. It's a very big decision. It's a very big change that's going to happen in your life, especially if you are a first-time homeowner like we were, isn't it? Woo, we were anyway. We're first-time homeowners. So the process can be a little bit scary, a little bit confusing and daunting, especially for new homeowners, because we don't know the whole process of what you need to do. So the first thing I want to give you some advice on. The first thing you need to do is determine what you want in a home. So what we wanted at least a 3-bedroom home. We wanted a nice kitchen because Rocky is a chef, so he wants to be able to be in the kitchen and cook and have space to maneuver. We wanted a finished basement, that's his man cave, and we wanted at least 1.5 bathrooms. Right now we have 2 bathrooms, which is amazing, but we wanted at least 1.5 bathrooms so he can go head down and do his business in that half bathroom. He actually agreed to that, so that's what we wanted. So we thought about that. We also thought about our budget and our price range. So at first we were looking into getting a home that's around $100,000. We live in the Philadelphia area, so those kind of homes are found in areas that aren't typically the best areas to raise a child in, or if you do find it in a nice area, it's something that's going to be a fixer-upper. So we didn't like both of those alternatives. We wanted something that is pretty move-in ready, and a lot of developers are around here buying homes for dirt cheap and fixing them up and reselling them move-in ready. So that's pretty much what we were looking for. I looked at a lot of HGTV shows and things like that to get some inspiration on what type of home to look for our family. So you definitely need to know what you're looking for. You also need to take into account like the resources that you have in order to find these homes. I use Realtor.com. I absolutely love Realtor.com. There's an app on Apple, Android, all of that, and it's simple. It's very simple to use. You just type in a zip code or an area of the city or area that you want to live in, and all the homes in your price range, if you input that as well, all the homes in your price range will come up, and you can take a look at them and just save them. So you have a general idea of where you're looking at, the price range in the area that you're looking at, things like that. So definitely check out Realtor.com. I absolutely loved it. I deleted the app now because I don't need it, but it was an absolutely amazing app. I actually found the house that we are living in right now off that app, and we saw it from the listing off the app. So after you figure out what you want in your home, the next thing you want to think about is your budget, how much you can afford. So this step is very important because you don't want to continue with running credit and things like that if you have no idea what you can possibly afford. For us, it was a little bit easier because because of where we work, we have a guarantee. We know how much this is, we know how much that is. So it's a little bit easier for us to work out and see if we will be able to afford a home. You have to consider you're going to be paying a mortgage and you're also going to be paying utilities. For us, we stayed in an apartment, so we already paid rent, and we had one utility, which was our electric. But now we have to factor in the water bill and the gas bill and still our regular bills. And you have to think about that as well, because when you take the next step to go and get pre-approved, the mortgage lenders look at all of your bills that come up on your credit report. Okay, I'll get more into that as well. So you need to really think about those bills, and you can look at them through your minimum payment and you factor all those bills together, figure out how much they are together, and then compare them to how much you make a month or so. And that will give you what is called a debt to income ratio. You know, how much debt is your debt more than your income? Is it less than your income? Is it breaking even? You need to know that figure, because that's what the bank is going to look at to see if you can afford this loan. So after you figure out your debt to income ratio, you would then seek pre-approval. Okay, you can seek pre-approval. What we did was, after we found our real estate agent, we asked the real estate agent, could she suggest a mortgage broker to us? She suggested one, and then we went to go and get pre-approved. Most agents don't really show you properties unless you're pre-approved, because they need to know what range they have. So we went and we tried to get pre-approved with the bank that we currently bank with, but they wanted us to have the total amount needed for settlement and closing right now. Who has that? And at the time it was about $13,000. Who has $13,000 sitting in the bank right now ready to close, unless you've been saving for years for a house? You're not going to have that, especially with the life we live. It's kind of fast paced, and we got Elijah and we got different things that go on in our lives. So we couldn't really, no, okay? So you want to plan ahead, especially if you need a significant amount of money like that. What we did was we waited for income tax season, and that was the bulk of the money that we needed to close was from our income tax money. That's just our strategy that we used in order to come up with that quick cash. But when that happened, we couldn't get pre-approved from that bank because we didn't have the funds. So I asked our agent if she can hook us up with someone. She did, and everything went smooth sailing from there. We told him the plan, and it went smooth sailing from there, okay? But it's best to get, if you find a bank, if you have a bank that you're interested in, get pre-approved first before you go ahead and look for a real estate agent, because they would want to know your budget, okay? Now you're pre-approved, right? They ran your credit was good. They told you your debt to income ratio, that was good. They said you can afford this house. Now what? So you find a real estate agent, okay? Real estate agents come a dime a dozen. There are a zillion of them out here. There are a handful of them that are in your best interest, okay? Most of them might want you to sign something, a promissory agreement stating that you're allowing them to be your real estate agent for 6 months, up to 6 months. Like, you can't switch within this 6-month period. You don't want to go with that agent, because those agents, they may not tell you this, but those agents are definitely insecure about their abilities to help you find a home. So instead of you running off of them and them losing potential commission from you, they have you sign this promissory agreement stating that you're going to be with them for 6 months. And normally within a 6-month window, you gotta find a house by then, okay? So it's a way to ensure that they're going to guarantee their money in the long run, okay? You don't want to go with that real estate agent, because those are the ones that wouldn't be confident enough to sell you a home. They might even try to sell you or put you in a home that you may not even want, convince you to get it just so they can get their commission. You don't want that. Our real estate agent, I'll put her information below. She works in the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, the whole Pennsylvania area. I'll put her information below. She was absolutely amazing, did not have us sign a note, a promissory letter. She worked with us, she knew what we wanted, and she worked really hard to get what we wanted. I mean, yes, she's going to get her commission in the long run, but think about it this way. If they provide you good service and good feedback and leads and resources, yeah, she earned her commission. Hell yeah, she earned her commission. So yeah. But like I said, I'll put her information below. Get a great real estate agent, one who understands what you want, understands your budget, know what you're looking for, and is willing to go the extra mile to help you get your first home, okay? After that, she or he showed you around, you found your perfect home. What now? So now you make an offer on the home. This is a negotiation type thing. I'm not interested in all that. What we did, we offered the seller the full price for the home, and then we actually asked for 6% seller's assist. I believe that's the maximum amount of seller's assist that you can get in Pennsylvania. What seller's assist is, it's a way for the seller to pay some of your closing costs. We got seller's assist and we got the maximum seller's assist, and that definitely helped us with how much we needed for closing. There's many ways you can go about that. I don't know about different states in seller's assist. Some sellers don't want to pay. Most sellers pay the seller's assist because, especially in a flip situation, they want that property going ASAP. So they might help you with seller's assist. Definitely ask your mortgage broker about seller's assist and explain to them that that's what you want to get when you put your offer out on the table. Also, I didn't get a chance to mention, make sure you talk to your mortgage broker about different first-time homeowner grants that you may be eligible for, because you may not need to pay any closing costs if you are eligible for some of those things. And I'll put some links below to some first-time homeowner programs as well, okay? So after you make your offer is accepted. There's some minor things that go on in between the settlement date and the date that the offer is accepted. One is a home inspection. So you got to get the home inspected. My home looks beautiful, pretty, all of that good stuff right now, right? But when I first came in here for the home inspection, we found a lot of problems. We had problems with all the windows in the house. There were certain things that needed to be fixed. And after the home inspection, you get a chance to ask the seller to prepare those things before you move in. Some sellers may not repair, some sellers might. It depends on the seller, it depends on your negotiating skills or whatnot. At first, our seller wasn't going to pay to get the windows fixed, and they were just going to try to give us some cash outside of settlement. And this is why I say our real estate agent was absolutely phenomenal, because I don't know what she said to them, but they decided that they wanted to fix everything that we wanted fixed. So they did that, and the house is pretty much perfect to me right now. So yeah, you do have to do that. You also have to find homeowners insurance. Get a good quote from homeowners insurance. It's best to go with whoever you have car insurance with. But if you could get a cheaper rate somewhere else, switch. Go ahead. I did that. I had Geico. I switched to Allstate because they gave me a totally great rate on homeowners insurance and car insurance. They gave me something phenomenal. So yeah, and I actually asked my real estate agent about that. Who do you think I should get homeowners insurance with? And that was the person that she suggested actually gave me the lowest rate. So yeah, if you have a great real estate agent, you're going to have access to different resources in order to get the bang for your buck. You will. So if you find a great real estate agent, I guarantee you're going to have smooth sailing the rest of the way. Also, what goes on in between settlement, at least for us, is the bank always contacting you, letting you know that what information they need. The bank really wants to see that you have X amount of dollars in the bank for closing. Some banks may want you to have X amount of dollars and the first month of mortgage. Some banks may want you to have a little bit more in your account before settlement, just to prove that you have funds needed to close, to prove that you have funds available to make your first mortgage payment, to live, survive, things like that. So our bank wanted to see our income tax statements, because like I said, we were using our income tax money. So our bank wanted to see our income tax statements to see how much of a refund we were going to receive, and they wanted monthly bank statements with full transactions to see where our money was going, what we were spending, and things like that, and to see what we were saving. So my advice to you is maybe take a couple of months. If you could go the strategy that we went using your income tax money as most of the settlement money, that's fine. But you still have to live. So you gotta really manage your money in a way where you can still live and you can still save for this house, and so the bank can see that you are putting money in your saving, that you are doing what you need to do to get this house. Okay, so at this point, it's a waiting game. You're waiting for settlement. Settlement could be the next month. It could be 60 days from the offer acceptance, it's a waiting game at that point. But once you hit settlement, you're going to sign your name a gazillion times and you're going to get the keys to your very first home. And I don't know if you guys watch HGTV. When these people buy their homes, they walk in, oh my God, it's finally ours, this and that. Yeah, we did that cliche thing. So yeah, I just wanted to share that really quickly. That was pretty much the whole process that we went through. It was very simple, easy, quick. We had the funds available. We showed we had the funds available, and it made it easier for us to close on this home. So as long as you, like I said, as long as you know your credit score, of course, know your debt to income ratio, because you don't want them running your credit if you already know you cannot afford a home. Check out some of the homes you want, set a budget, talk to a great real estate agent. You will have many, many resources if you have a great real estate agent. And put an offer in, you'll have your home. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, I only did a small video. I didn't go too into detail about the whole process. I did do a blog post, like I said, about this. So I'll link that down below. And that goes into a little bit more detail about our experience specifically. But I just wanted to get this general information out there. It's not hard. As long as you can afford it and you have the great resources, it's not hard to purchase your first home. Okay, so all the links that I talked about in the video will be down below. Hopefully you guys liked this video, and I hope it was very informative for you guys. If you have any questions or anything you want to ask me about buying your first home or anything, just leave them below. I definitely will answer them. And yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. Like and subscribe to my channel for new and interesting content such as this. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.